Hello, I'm SteveMo, and I love Waymo. And I wanted to live stream today, my first live stream. I went to YouTube, and it said I have to make a bunch of more shorts and try to get 50 subscribers before I could live stream. I only have 17 subscribers, so I'm not allowed to live stream. Let's get some light on this subject. Well, I'm learning a few lessons, aren't I? Anyway, I'm going to record this anyway. Save me a lot of data from not having to live stream. I'm in my 0SD gas-powered vehicle, and we're going to go pick up my cameraman from the airport where she's been overseas. So, please enjoy this ride. Oops. Oh, that's Lloyd Bonafide. Better shut him off. Lloyd Bonafide, I'm a huge fan of Phil Hendry. Pretty much anyone who's ever listened to Phil Hendry is a fan of Phil Hendry. And Mr. Lloyd Bonafide. He's a very excellent guest. Been on there several times. So let's get going. I'm just going to get chit-chatting and talk about all kind of stuff. This and that. Get some flowers from my cameraman. So one thing I'm going to talk about is, why do I call her my cameraman when she's actually my wife? Shouldn't I call her camera person? Oh, come on now. Now, I'm of the age where I went through that period where I guess women's liberation was the name of the movement. And there was a huge thing, you can't say cameraman, camera person. You got to say that. And I respect that. For the time, that was appropriate. I guess, people thought, oh, man. But this is my attitude. Man is a species. Mankind. There are male men. There are female men. And there's, I'm going to get myself in a whole lot of trouble. Anyway, so rather than say camera person, camera woman, just my cameraman. She's a human man. She's female. And she's very good at what she does. So that's why I call her that. Stopped. You can't really see where I'm going, but there's a pedestrian passing by. And another guy going to pass by. Alright, maybe we'll see some Waymos. If we do see some Waymos, I'm going to pick up the camera. I'm going to raise it up. Now, if you watch this far, one day this will be live, and you'll be doing little comments down there, and I'll see, oh, hello. And I'll say, no, I'm not, and whatever you've asked me. No, yes, that's correct. No, I won't do that. So, I have to maintain good relations with my cameraman. I'm going to go get her Rose. She's been gone 3 weeks. To get her Rose. I'm going to pause this because it's probably a little bit boring when I don't have a lot to say. But I'm going to think of something to say in just a second. Oh, I know what I can think to say. So I work in a call center for an insurance agency, and I'm on the phone a lot. Oh, look, there we go. And, today, I was feeling chipper because my cameraman's coming back. Looking forward to picking her up. So I was really happy, no matter what happened. And there was 3 different occasions where, by the way, I'm SteveMo and I love Waymo. Have I said that about 1,000 times? The person was either in the Bay Area near San Francisco or in Los Angeles. So I said, hey, have you been in a Waymo yet? And just had a chat, got their feelings. I think all 3 says no, they haven't been in it, that they're afraid of it, and they stop ambulances, all that baloney, that the stuff that makes the news. But I spoke very favorably. I told them my first time was in Phoenix. I was scared when I pulled into the Best Western parking lot. I go, oh, that's close. But 2 minutes into the ride, I was relaxed. This car, as I've said many times before, and you'll have this experience too if you haven't been in a Waymo, get in the car and you'll find that as soon as it starts driving, accelerating, signaling, braking, this car knows what it's doing. This is a better driver than I am. So, yeah, I've heard of a stop sign there. Mr. Tesla. I wish you could see what I see with these eyes. Sorry, that's upside down. There, that's better. I just switched hands of the way. I just switched hats because, this one's a little weird. I don't want someone to think. I was in Phoenix, and a woman came in the motel. She says, "Thank you for your service." And I go, what service? She says, I figured you're a Shriner or an elk or something like that. I guess I had a bunch of badges on my, buttons on my jacket, so I felt kind of bad to see her. So actually, I'm not. So, okay. So anyway, but this is a Waymo hat. Does that say Waymo there? No. It says Waymo there. I'm a huge Waymo fan, collector. Now this fellow, he makes some money per signature, so I understand that's a good job. All right. I think one of these would be very nice. Bargain. I'll select that one. All right. Got my little rose. Okay, we're back in business. Let's see if I can. This zero SD. Oh, I gotta show you this. Sorry. Sucker for this kind of stuff. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's cool. They share the planet with us. They need respect and love. All right. Well, we're on our way again to the airport. Did I say that I spoke favorably about Waymo? I do that to everybody I meet. Maybe not an Uber driver or a taxi driver. I probably wouldn't say, hey, you should try it. Although, actually, last time I was in an Uber, my cameraman and I, we did talk to the Uber driver about Waymo. And looking ahead, next time I think I would say, hey, you should take a ride. Just, know your enemy and just check it out. See what you're dealing with. I don't know how well that would go over. See a couple kids on electric bikes over there. I'm not going to try to lift the camera and turn it around, but you can picture. But man, that's the case right now. Stuff on the news, kids on electric bikes, riding in traffic, on the road, on a freeway. I hope they'll be okay with the lack of exercise. Although I've tried an electric bike, it was free at a Marriott that we stayed at. It was like on a whim. We took the train up to what's the place? San Juan Capistrano, and we said, "Oh, let's not just go back. Let's stay overnight." It's like a whim, and we just spent the night there. And the next day, part of the deal was you could take out their 2 electric bikes. That was a blast. So electric bikes, cool. I think I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm just gonna come across as being an old man. Let me think. There's anything else I can say? Oh yeah, I know. I had a nice experience riding in a Waymo and reporting something, and the rider support specialist actually, let me get over this. A guy super slow in front of me and a guy super behind me. I'm gonna let them sandwich each other and enjoy their company, and they can have a little date there. I'm just gonna hang back and not be involved. But he recognized me. I think his name was Paul. He says, "Oh yes," and he said, "I can't talk very long, but appreciate all your feedback." I think he recognized me and my voice, but also when you wave at the camera, which is up there, they would recognize you from that too. So that was nice to have called Waymo rider support enough times. And of course, I never do it just to say hello. They actually say that in the rules. Please don't do that. If you need to call them, but you're not going to call them in chat. I think I saw in some place, was it a podcast or something, that maybe there's only about 20 rider supports in the Philippines, at least. I met a new friend in Phoenix my last visit, and he has a friend who works in rider support, or maybe he doesn't take calls, but I think maybe he just helps the vehicles. But he's there right there in Phoenix, so I thought that was cool. A rider support specialist right in Phoenix, and not the Philippines or possibly India. And on that subject, you know, the little so-called controversy is that Waymo didn't reveal that humans are involved. And one stupid podcast, I'm not going to say which one it is, the one with Jason Alexander. No, I think it was a different one. I think it was a post on Reddit, a little article connected with some legitimate publication, but I think it's one of those where anybody can just be a stringer, come in. But they said something like, these cars are not autonomous. Well, I think they're level 5 autonomous. Now, of course, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I believe they're level 5 autonomous. And if they were level 6, then they would never call anybody. But they're level 5, so if they need help, they will call. But that person is not driving the car. In fact, I got to post Waymo's videos. They're super short videos. It shows exactly what they see. The car's there, and they'll take a mouse, and they'll take that car, and they'll put it into a position that they suggest, and then the car will go there. So, I think it is autonomous, but once in a while it needs help. And you can imagine a human driver like that. Hey, Dad, Uncle John, and whoever. Where do I go? What do I do? I'm here. Do this. So they are autonomous. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say about that. Oh, let me talk about eating and drinking in a Waymo. I swear at one point I saw regulations that do not eat or drink in a Waymo. But the last time I looked, it says you cannot drink alcohol in a Waymo. So I'm taking that as, hey, go for it. Be careful. Don't make a mess. And I haven't really eaten in a Waymo, but I've definitely had my beloved lady doing 50 on a freeway. Bless her heart. People are going, wow, getting around her. See, that's a case where a Waymo would be doing the limit, unless it's unsafe to do the limit. But she's there doing 50. She's a young woman, too. I don't know what her problem is. But anyway, enjoy my beloved Vietnamese coffee. Oh, that's my ultimate thing right now. To be in a Waymo, feet up, optionally, socks. I'm not going to make a mess. Up on the dash, blasting my own Spotify subwoofer at full power, bass, treble jacked up. Ooh, that's good. I did a lot of that recently. So my cameraman's away, so I had 3 weekends in which to play. Now she'd go in a Waymo. She loves Waymos too. But as far as driving like 2.5 hours up to Los Angeles just to ride a Waymo and then come back the same day, she's probably not really into that. So I was able to do that. Woo-hoo! And I took a lot of footage, which you're not going to be subjected to, but you have the option to watch some of that footage, and I hope you do. By the way, I have 17 subscribers now. I can't believe it. 17. And after this video, I might have like 15, 14. I'm not sure who's going to bail on me after this. Especially my comments about cameraman versus camera person. I got a speeder. Good to have speeders. By the way, here's a little piece of philosophy. If you, or anyone you know, can't stand it when motorcycles lane split and they zip past, and oh man, they're going by, I wish I could get through traffic like that, and you resent them, stop. No, we do not resent them because we're glad they do what they do. Why? Would you rather have a motorcycle in front of you? He's pacing traffic, he's slowing down. No, get that motorcycle out of the way. Bye-bye, motorcycle. So, be cool to motorcycles. Let them on their way. And partially I say that because I have a motorcycle license and I've only owned a motorcycle for a brief period until that was a piece of junk. But I've rented them a number of times. Like I think with the Yamaha Sega, it was like a rocket bike. That was a lot of fun. Mostly Harley Davidsons though. Harley Davidson. It's a nice motorcycle. By the way, I would never get an Indian I heard a horror story from a guy who owned an Indian, and Indians are only serviced by two places in California, one in San Diego, one in Los Angeles. But there was a second one in San Diego here, but he went out of business. And according to this Indian owner, he said the guy knew he was the only game in town, and that affected his prices and his attitude. Now, fortunately, somebody creamed this guy's Indian, totaled it, so he was able to get out of ownership because it was totaled, and insurance took care of it. But as far as the maintenance, I would not recommend purchasing an Indian because they're not well enough supported. Harley Davidson, go for it. There's a car doing 60 on the freeway. Bless him. He's got both hands on the wheel like this. Someone pulled in front of me, but I understand why they did it. They wanted to get around that other slowpoke. Unless you get the wrong idea, I am an old man and I actually just drive the speed limit. I'm grateful for cruise control. I stick it on 65 like a Waymo would, and I just keep it. But I do get myself in trouble because when I come across someone doing 60 or ran over a pop bottle. That's a soda bottle for you West Coasters. Or someone doing 55 or 50, and they're in my way and I don't want to take the cruise control. You know what? I'm going to stop revealing too many secrets about my bad driving. Oh, let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I know I'm supposed to say that. And they say it works. Just that reminder, I think I've appreciated being told that in the video. So yeah, I don't want to forget. Like and subscribe. This is worth a like and subscribe. So even if you're having a bad, well, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. If you don't like it, put some stuff in the comments below how terrible this is, and this crotchety old man who's venting and shouldn't even have a license. Put that in the comments below because that helps things too. Controversy. My goal is to let this video keep rolling. It's like 17 minutes to simulate what it would be like a live stream. Because I believe the cool thing about YouTube live streams is, yes, you're live streaming, but then you're left with the video after a big old long video that you can replay again. I've enjoyed some live streams. Yeah, I like the live stream. It's kind of a thrill when the streamer acknowledges your comments, says, "Oh, hey, there's Steve." Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I want to do that. We're on the 94 westbound, just passing the 15 interchange, 15 south, which is San Diego. I know you're saying, why don't I just show you? That's too much of an hassle. It's a left-hand fast lane exit lane, which is unique. It saves having a flyover. It can be a little bit awkward, but there we go. I'll be hitting downtown soon, and then I'm going to exit probably First Street exit and head up into a little neighborhood that overlooks the airport. But it's right on the flight path, so hopefully I'll have some footage of my cameraman roaring over. I love it. Hey, one of my greatest memories was I was up in Paso Robles on myself. I went up there for a family emergency by myself. Later, my cameraman, she joined me, and to get there, that particular flight, she had to fly from San Diego to Oakland, and then take a more regional flight back down to SLO, San Luis Obispo. But in tracking her, I could tell that I stood outside, and the only little flying star or airplane in the sky had to be her. I knew it was her. And I told my brother, "Come out here, check it out." And we looked at that little light, flashing light, way high up in the sky, totally passing us on its way to Oakland. She's in there. That was so cool. Just I found it such a little pinpoint. There she is. She's right there. Oh, the small things in life that give us thrills and enjoyment. exiting the freeway. There's a guy in front of me weaving really bad. He's obviously texting. He almost got on the 163 north, but he came across the little divider, flat divider, and he corrected, and he's weaving in front of me. Okay, now we're on 5th. Or is this 4th? 6th. We're on 6th, rolling up past Balboa Park over there. So this special little neighborhood is over here somewhere. Grape Street. And 4th and Grape. Fun fact about San Diego, when you're in the trees, like Grape is a tree, they're all alphabetical. So it starts at Ash, Beach, I think it's Cedar, but they're alphabetical, so it's easy to find your way when you're trying to make your way among the tree streets. I'm going to disconnect soon because I need to pull out the app, Flight Radar 24, to see where she is. It's possible maybe she's already rolled past me because right now it's like 10 to 5. She lands at 5:17. She could be early. I could be mistaken here, but hopefully not. Actually, I'll start recording right now because in a moment, right about in there, she's going to appear. Now maybe I could take this opportunity to put up a sidebar, show what I was watching a little bit earlier. Alright, my cameraman will be here soon. I'm watching it on the app. When she gets to right about there, I will know it's time to put my camera up. Exciting. She's traveling at 157 knots. Why can't they put that in miles an hour? Now I've been watching the other planes and I see that it's about 5-second lag time. But right when she gets about right there, that's when it's time to start recording. Alright, I think I hear her. Man, she's huge. She's a big one. So awesome. She caught me by surprise because I was watching smaller planes come over, but she's a big one. And they weren't exactly tracking the same line of sight. Anyway, I gotta get in the car and I'm gonna go find her. I'm gonna go pick her up. Woo-hoo!